Yes, I can light the whole universe. I am different, I am purpose, I am brilliant. Yes, I feel it.
All right, so today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a 10 palette roundup review. What is that, you say? I'm taking 10 palettes that are sitting right here, and we're going to go over them and do a quick review of all of the palettes. They're not the same company. It's a lot of them that I've been just actually wearing a lot because I told y'all I was going to really, really dig in and start really using my palettes and really, putting some effort into this because I want to make sure that I'm not just buying products and not using them, really well enough to really give good, solid reviews. So I've been using these a lot, every day. So I've been wearing more makeup every day to school. I've been working in makeup now because, it ain't for them, it's for y'all. Now, the other thing I want to say right now, please forgive my voice. And as you watch this video, because there's some coughing, I'm trying to keep it to a minimum, but honestly, I am not feeling well and I don't know when I'm going to feel better. So I didn't want to just not film. I wanted to get some, I wanted to get some footage out. So I want, I know this isn't part of the YouTube protocol. When you're sick, you're not supposed to be on here, but I'm Lulu and I do it my way. I'm like Frank Sinatra. So anyway, we're going to talk about them today. So if you want to see about them, go ahead and, don't go anywhere. Oh, but before I forget, because I always do this last and no one listens to me. Hey, if you're new and you're here and you liking it and you digging it, go ahead and hit that subscribe. There's so much going on this channel. My regulars will tell you, subs, if y'all will help these people out, put some comments in there. Tell them what happens in Aging Gorgeously. Because this is more than a beauty channel. You never know what's going to happen on here. All right. So if you would like to hear about these 10 palettes that I'm reviewing, don't go anywhere. All right. So let's talk about some palettes. I noticed that I have not done any real palette reviews lately. So it's time for us to do some palette reviews. And I wanted to start out with these 10 because I've kind of spent some time with them. We've become, friends and everything. Some not so friendly, but, kind of friendly. And I wanted to share those thoughts about them because, I just feel like I haven't been taking care of y'all right. I mean, we've been chit-chatting, we've been having good times, but I haven't been really reviewing things thoroughly for you all recently. I don't know, it's the end of the year, it's the beginning of a new year. Whew, we all here now, so let's get it together. So with that, let's hit these 10 palettes. So they're in no particular order. I just got them stacked up by size, actually. And we're going to talk about them. So the first one we're going to talk about are some City Mini palettes. Now, y'all know I love the City Mini. So let's talk about some. These are some newer ones that I have that I hadn't used. I think I'm going to do a whole City Mini palette review. Talk about the best and the worst. But anyway, this is the Brooklyn Nudes right here. So let me show it to you. This one right here. It's a little powdery, as you can tell, because I had to blow it. Excuse my voice. I'm not feeling well, but the show must go on. I got a list of stuff I want to get done, and I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. So let's talk. Now, this is, they have another one. I can't think of the name of it right now, and I don't feel like looking at it. But this one is better for, they have one that's very similar to this. Same type of colors. Okay, so they have one that's matte about town that is for fairer complexions. This, it seems like they thought about it and said, hey, we need to make another matte palette, with these type of colors. This color scheme, but a little bit darker. So this one is better for medium to dark complexions. Now I have this new system. Not all of these have this system, but I have this new system now where I write me some little notes after I've worn them a few times to remind me what I want to say. So I will be referring to notes on some of these. So these are powdery but blendable. They have one side that's cool tone and then they have one side that's warm tone, but they're both like in the brown. So this is more taupey. This is a little more warm toned. The cool tone beige right here is like basically my complexion right here. Now this one I actually like because it's a little bit brighter so you can see it better on me. But this one right here is basically on me is my complexion. So really this is a nice matte palette, especially if you're starting out with mattes and you're not ready to like, excuse me, delve into mattes a lot. This is a good one. Hold on, let me drink some water. Now this one is called Cocoa City. And I was really excited about it because look at this colors. This is so pretty. That pink right there was calling my name. And it has a very Huda Beauty nudish color. You know what I'm saying? Very Huda Beauty. It has that very nude, that, you know, nude color coming in. That's really popular right now. Like with the Huda Beauty new nudes. And, you know, everybody's kind of doing that pinky, you know, beigey, brown, you know, nude palettes. However, let me just say this. This is patchy as hell. The dark color right here has very low pigmentation. Very hard to deal with. Okay, I'm back. And the shimmers are nice. The pink color is nice, but needs to be built up. This is not on the Lulu list. And y'all know I love the City Minis, but I'm not going to sit up here and act like this City Mini is nice because it is not. Now, this is the e.l.f. Modern Metals, right? Right here. All right, so this is one. Now, this has like 5 mattes, 5 shimmers in it. Now, this is very easy to blend. It is more pigmented than it's swatched. Because when I first swatched this, I was like, no, I don't like this. I don't like this. Now, this shimmers are really nice. And they last about 8 hours. And so they are on the Lulu list, which the Lulu list is going to come at the end of the month because it's going to be about, I think it's going to be favorites and some things that don't make the Lulu list. But anyway, this is a really nice palette. Like I said, when I swatched it the first time, I was like, oh no, no. And I kept hearing rave reviews about it. And I was like, But then when I actually put it on, it was beautiful. I mean, like, look at this beautiful shimmer. And this is, you know, a swatch with the finger. Add a little water, you know, put on a brush with some water. It really, really pops. So this is a really nice e.l.f. is getting kind of consistent with their eyeshadows. They're not always consistent, but their consistency is getting better. And they do these small palettes really well. So I do appreciate them for that. This is the Matte Bar by Maybelline. Okay, so this is Maybelline's take on pretty much the Naked Heat without the you know, the mattes and the Naked Heat. I really say this is kind of like coming for the Petite Heat, but it is better. Yeah, I like this better. So let me tell you why I like it is because it has a much better color scheme. You know, the color story is much better. And the dark mattes are stunning. Did I say that right? Stunning. This one right here, even though they are kind of powdery, when you put them on a brush, you know, because like when you feel them, they feel chalky. But honestly, they are so pretty on. They are so pretty on. And that one, I just love it. This one right here is much creamier. Like this one is a little drier, but this one is much creamier and they blend really well. They're really pretty on the eye. And this is a good matte palette. If you're looking for a good warm tone matte palette and you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is a good alternative. All right, so next up is some Colourpop palettes, very small palettes. This is the Pretty Much, which is this 6-pan palette right here. Now, of course, Colourpop is very good. You know, let's just be honest. Colourpop, they churn out this stuff, but I swear to you, they got Oompa Loompas working for them. They got to, because the way they're bringing out these palettes and they just coming out with more and coming out, they have a gang of Oompa Loompas working for them. I swear, Colourpop is becoming the Willy Wonka of makeup. They're the Willy Wonka. They're inexpensive. They make really quality products. They the Willy Wonka with Oompa Loompas in the factory. So anyway, this is a pigment palette. I really do like the mattes in here. I love it because it's, I'm going to do a whole thing about these micro, tiny palettes. Excuse me, I didn't mean to do that. But the one thing I will say is this one right here, this I think it's NVM, like basically Nevermind, NVM right here. This one does not pack on well with a brush. You have to use a finger on it. It is super sheer. I mean, you can barely get anything. It's it's kind of crumbly, but you know, if you can get it on, it's nice. Now, the one that is love is this one right here, that pink shimmer. Now, the pink shimmer is beautiful on. I mean, look at that pink right there. Look at that pink. So, that's a really nice part of it. Now, I think it's like maybe $9 or $10. So, you know, that one is one that you have to like build up. It can be crumbly, a little fallout. But all in all, it's a really nice palette if you want something in this color and you want it very concentrated, like in a small palette like this. Then next up is the Wet, which is the Bretman Rock collab, and this is the blue one right here. Okay, I like it. I'm not even gonna sit up here in front. I will say this, for me, of course, these two were like unnecessary. But I see why they have them on here, because this one, of course, is for a lighter skin tone. This is for a deeper skin tone. So these are very good transition colors. Now, I will say this finished right here, this is this light blue in the... Baby, this thing is so light blue. It takes a lot to build it up. This is like one of the hardest Colourpop shadows I've ever played with. It took a lot. This is one of those things where you're going to have to definitely put on a very light base if you have, you know, deeper skin tones. And I would suggest a light base even if you're a fairer skin tone, because this really takes a lot to build up and get the color up. So even though I like the palette, and let me tell you, these shimmers are bae. They are bae. Like this one, LOL, I'm crying. Baby, I mean, they're beautiful. No lie right here. No lie right here. But like I said, the only problem I had was with that particular color. But I think the blue right there is stunning. Did I say stunning? Am I saying stunning? Oh, one, it is in the beauty guru vocabulary, so I got to use it. So anyway, this is a gorgeous color though. It is really pretty. It's blue enough that you can build it up to the intensity that you want. So if you don't want it as bright blue, you can put it in your crease. If you want a serious blue, pack this baby on your lid, blend out the edges with a little, yeah. I think I have a look with this. If I have the look, I'll put the picture up here, because I gotta, you know, any of them that I have looks for, I'll put a picture up of it. Next up is OMFG Cosmetics, and I have one palette of theirs, and this is called the Kush one. You know, let's just talk about that for a second. Let me just tell y'all for real, I don't care about companies calling things, you know, based on cannabis or anything. I'm just telling y'all, be ready. It's going to be, you know, a lot of that going on right now because it's cool and hip. So if it bothers you, then don't buy these type of products. I'm looking at the products because you know, if the colors, honestly. So this is the Kush palette. Now, this is the thing about this. The mattes, they have 6 mattes, 6 shimmers. The mattes themselves are very nice. They're very blendable. I really like them a lot. The shimmers are okay. I understand you're doing a cannabis themed Kush one, but it's like 1, 2, 3. I mean, the shimmers almost look alike. You know, they're variations on greens, but they're not even more interesting variations. And honestly, the shimmers are okay. They're very densely packed. So it takes a lot to get them out. Once you get them out, they're okay, but they're nothing that, you know, to write home about and be like, yes. But I will say the mattes are nice. You know, if I was one of them people who depots things, I would depot and keep the mattes and get rid of the shimmers. You know, like You see what I'm saying? The shimmers, just a bunch of greens, but they're not even interesting greens. They're just almost all like variations on the same tone. And they're not the best shimmers ever. I will say I do like these colors in here. Top notch. Top notch. All right, so next up is one of my favorite beauty brands, and that is Ace Beaute, and this is the Flare palette. This is the one that came out in December. Let me show you it. I promise you, this is kind of vibing like that Born to Run. It's just the more vibrant colors as part of the Born to Run or things like that. I'm gonna have to put a side by side of these and see what am I talking if I'm right. I have to check that out. But anyway. All that being said, this is a great palette. Now, I have other Ace Beaute palettes, but I'm going to tell you this. I think their matte formulation is a little better in this because it seems to be a little softer. It seems to be very pigmented, and it blends super easy. I have it on today. I did a little tutorial for IG. I might put it up here so you all can see it right there. Now, no, don't trip on it. But anyway, let's talk about the palette. All right, so let's talk about this. I've done a couple of looks. I actually have a look that I filmed for YouTube, which is a different type of video than the ones I do for IG. And I think I'm going to do some, I don't know, I think I'm going to start changing up a little bit. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, sorry for that whole sidebar with myself. But anyway, I really like this palette. Like I said, I think they've really improved on the mattes, because I know that one of the complaints in the Paradise collection was that some of them were a little dry. You know, they were a little bit more like you had to pack them on and then blend them, whereas these are much creamier, much different to work with. So that's why I really like this. Now, I haven't used, the only colors that I really haven't used in here, there's a few of them that I haven't used, I've swatched, I've played with, but I haven't created these looks with. But, I mean, like if you see, I mean, just like this, like for instance, this aubergine right here, I was using this. It is just so beautiful. It just laid on my eyes so nicely, so nicely. It's just a really pretty color. And now this is one that you build up. What I will say is that I like it because it's not so intensely pigmented that it scares you. I like things that I can build up a lot of times, as opposed to being super duper pigmented to the point that it makes it very hard to work with. So I like these, and the shimmers are stunning. This one right here, Firefly, that's the one that's on my eyes now. It's just a beautiful, beautiful bright orange right there. That's just a beautiful bright orange. And this one, this Bayberry that I've used, it's right here. And look at that, look at that, look at that. This is up to the standards of what I expect from Ace Beaute, because I really do like them, their company as their palettes as a whole. All right, and the last two palettes are from the same company. They're from Glamlight Cosmetics. And so let's talk about the first one. They're kind of like similar, but not. Okay, so this is the Miracle palette. And this is one of my pink palettes. I bought, one of the things was that they were part of the proceeds from this, part of the profits are being sent to for breast cancer research. So I wanted to, like, you know, support that. Plus, it's a beautiful palette. This is a very pinky, you know, it's got the pinks, it's got a little coral, it's got a little purple, little berries in it, and you got a little brown in it. Now, let me say the shimmers are very soft in it. This one in particular, Amore, the pink is very soft, but and it can be a little crumbly, so you need to put on like a glitter glue or something to hold it up, because it does have some fallout. And then Angelic is just beautiful. This is the super soft one right here, is Angelic. But, oh, it's corally. Oh, I forgot all about this when I was doing my corals. But look at that stunning right there. Isn't it? I gotta stop saying stunning. Oh my God, I've become a beauty guru. Okay, isn't it gorgeous? It is beautiful though, and looks really good on the eye. So these are really blendable. The mattes are really nice. They blend really well. And like I said, the shimmers. Now what happens is it's like 4 shimmers, and then there's a couple of more satiny ones because they have the metallics, and then they have these shimmers. So those are more metallic. Whereas Beautylicious right here is a true shimmer. It's got a little sheen to it, which is good because this is a really good color that you could put in your crease or on your lid. But you would definitely need to spray it if you wanted to get some more intensity with it. And then they've got Flawless right here, which is a nice gold, but it's kind of like a burnished gold. So, which is more my style because I hate really bright yellow golds. I like the more burnished golds, so that works for me. And like I said, this is a really pretty color, and I love the color story. I said it, y'all, the color story. I'm becoming a beauty guru of some sort because I'm definitely getting the lingo down. All right, and then this one, I waited. I was about to order that, and I was going back and forth, and then I saw this one. I was like, I might as well get them both. This is the Alondra Desi. I have no idea who she is, but she's somebody they collab with. This is a similar color to the Miracle, but it has a little more depth to it. It's a little more interesting, a few more colors. It's got this bright yellow in it, and it's got a little more shimmers to it because it has 2, 4, it has 7 shimmers in here. This one popping is super duper soft. I mean, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But you can see, like, if I put my finger in, it almost feels wet to the touch. It's so soft, but it's really, you know, just outstanding right there. And then I really love Rose All Day. It's very similar to the one that's in the Glam Light. Matter of fact, they are very similar. It's like they put the same thing in there, to be quite honest. But I don't care. I can never have enough pink in my life. So yeah, there's some similarities to it, you know. But this one is not as, it doesn't have the corals. It leans toward more peachy colors as opposed to corals. So it's got more peachy in it with a little more red tones to it. Like the Selena right here is a red right there, which I love reds and pinks, but this is gorgeous. Look at that red. Look at that red. And let me just show y'all this yellow. Now I haven't played with the yellow on me yet, but I have swatched it a few times, and you have to understand my hands are super dry, so if it looks like it's super powdery, it's because my hands are picking up everything. But it's really a pretty stunning color. I apologize for all of my coughing, but I'm really trying to go ahead and work because I just don't want to stop because I don't feel bad. It's just my voice. So please forgive the coughing and everything. And then this lit is just this really pretty duochrome because it looks white, but when you see it, it's got this gold shift to it that's really pretty, and I like that because it's kind of like this lemony yellow goldy, which is so awesome to me. I don't know, something about it just calls my name. But yeah, so this is a really pretty palette, and let me say it also, their mattes are beautiful. They really blend well. They hold their colors. They do not muddy up. They're really nice. I really like the Glam Light formula. I want some more of their stuff. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying right now. All right. All right. So that is it for the 10 palettes, 10 palette reviews. Let me know if you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down. You know, it's fine. If you don't like it, you can be honest with me. Leave me any comments you want to. Appreciate those too. And if you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe on your way out. Appreciate that always. It's your Lulu. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free.
Never stop, never give it up. Never stop, never give it up. Never stop, never give it up.